Happy New Year Eve, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm Tino. This is Tino's World. I live in my house. I don't live in a van. I don't live in a car. I live inside a 5'3" in someplace in West or North Georgia. I'm not really sure. I'm not from here, but I've been here now almost 3 years. Happy New Year's Eve to everyone within the sound of my voice. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for watching my channel. While you're here, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to definitely try to keep it spicy, keep it interesting. My soul has been calmed, and it's going to stay calm. I had a really good Christmas. And I just want to be with you guys today and let y'all know that it's been a wonderful, wonderful week for me. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good day. Hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody is finding love in the end of the year. If they haven't found it before the end of the year, I want to talk to you about it. I told the wife last night, I said, text me the word love. And I know she was like, yeah, she probably want to talk about love or something on her channel. And I do. So the title of this video is going to be simply love. A lot of people in this world right now need love. They want love. They haven't ever had love. They don't know how to give love, don't know how to receive love. I want to talk to you guys about love so you can recognize it. A lot of times you have to recognize love. Love is one of the, if not the best thing that we have in our lives on this planet. The reason why I want to talk to y'all about it, I want to leave my channel on a positive, happy note, not talk about Vivek and Elon Musk and all that garbage and Trump. No, that's not love. That's actually hate. But big shout out to Don Lemon for slamming them down the other day. He thought that was hilarious. And I did too. But again, that's not love. So I know that you guys know how much I love my wife, how much I love my family, how I'm always talking about how much I love the Lord. So I'm going to let y'all know that love is still available in this world. Always be open to it. Always be ready to receive it. I know it's a lot of lonely people on YouTube. They talk about everything but love. I don't know if they don't have any. They don't recognize it. They don't want it. They haven't seen it. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of talk about money, other people being a certain way. People are calling out narcissists for some reason in this season, and it's a good thing, I guess. Along with that, people are calling out just bad behavior. But know for a fact that if someone loves you, you'll know it. Okay? I have been in love with my wife for almost 20 years. Probably longer. Definitely been 20 years. I have never met anyone like her before in my life. And still haven't to this day met anyone like her. When I first put my eyes on her and she first put her eyes on me, because we exchanged chats through Black Planet, and I was lonely, but I wasn't alone. I wasn't seeking a relationship, and neither was she. So we kind of stumbled into each other by hanging out. She wanted to go to the movies one night, and I told her, I'll take you. So yeah, she came to see me. She brought our daughter now, who is 21. At that time, she had just turned 3. And we got to know each other. We sat down. We watched Jerry Springer that night. Then me and the baby got hungry. I wanted Burger King. The baby wanted Crystals. But this woman who had just met me took me and bought me something to eat. I was broke. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any food in my refrigerator. I hadn't gotten paid yet. I didn't have anything to offer them more so than some juice and some cookies. She said, hey, we can get something to eat. What you want? I said, I want Burger King. The baby wanted Crystals. And she couldn't finish it. I finished her Crystals. And we sat and talked for hours, getting to know each other. And I'm pretty sure I fell in love with her then. I didn't want her to leave. I said, stay. She came on a Saturday to go with me to the movies. I said, stay. And she said, I got to get back to my son. I got to get back to my mom, my dad. I got to get back. It's a long ride. I said, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. I said, why don't you just stay and go to church with me? Because I was going to church with my friends and their moms that next day, which was Sunday. And as soon as I got home from church, I called her. I might have called her before I went, but no, I don't know. But I called her as soon as I got home for sure. And I told her about how wonderful everything was at church. And we discussed what the message was at church. And she said she had went to church with her father, and church was good for her as well. I said, when are you coming back? She said, well, I'm not off again to Labor Day. Okay, and this was middle August, I think, or late July. So for Labor Day weekend, she didn't come. Something came up, and she couldn't come. And I went over to my friend's house. They barbecued. I hung out with them. And I was down in the dumps because I really liked my wife, and I wanted to see her again. I missed her. Yeah, I was so in love with her as soon as I met her. So I laid on the couch inside while everybody else was outside, barbecuing, grilling, dancing. I laid in the house on my cell phone talking to the person at the time who was going to be my future wife. I had no idea. So we talked and talked and talked all through the week. And later on, after she came back to see me the Friday after Labor Day, and she brought her son, and they were dressed so nice. Everybody had on their little J's. They looked so cute. I was so proud. I said, look at my family. And at the time, I was going through a custody battle with my mama and my sister over my own child, my own son. So I had lingering trauma and sadness at that time. I wanted to be in love. So we kept hanging out with each other on the weekends. She'd come every time she'd get to see me. And I said, why don't you come and stay with me? I'll take care of you, your kids. And she said, okay. And she moved in with me. And we moved into, at the time I had a 2-bedroom too, with my roommate at the time, this guy who worked at the airport. So I upgraded my apartment to a 3-2, a townhouse, which is what the wife at the time wanted. So we upgraded the apartment and got one in her name. And yeah, it was good. Later on in our relationship, she discovered that I had been traumatized. I didn't have my son. That my mama had my son. I gave him to her because I was going through something horrible. And they would let me see him. But this episode is called Love. So let's go on with the loving part. I loved my son so much, and I still do. And I spent most of my days thinking about him, crying about him. They kept him from me because of my lifestyle. They didn't like my lifestyle, and it was wrong. And I realized now it was wrong. My mother realized it was wrong. I don't know what my sister realizes. She probably doesn't think she's wrong at all. But the thing about karma, it's fast in this season. So my sister, who kept my child from me for all those years, at least 4, would let me see him, when they hardly even talk on the phone to him, because of my lifestyle, because I was with a woman. And yeah, her daughter likes women, and her son dates men. I'll just leave it there and say no more. But me and my wife have been together since 2006. She showed me so much love, so much kindness, so much tenderness. Her family embraced me. They wrapped me up so tight. I don't want to get away. I love her brother. I love his wife. I love my niece and my nephew that I got from her side of the family. I got more cousins. I got more aunties, more uncles, more brothers, more sisters. And it's a wonderful thing. This woman has been through me through deaths of my grandmother, which was hard. I've been with her through the death of both of her grandmothers. Her father's mother and her mother's mother passed while we were together. My mother's mother passed while we were together. We've had a dog that passed away. We've had friends that were shot and killed here in Atlanta. And all through everything, me and her stuck together. When I met her, I told her, babe, I have a felony. I'm going to just let you know, I have a felony for Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 drug possession. And it was an international charge. So I went out someplace and came back with some stuff and got in trouble. I was facing 60 years. She faced that with me. Her parents put up the $250,000 bond to get me out. That's how much they loved her. They hadn't even met me yet. Who does that? God bless those people. They are so blessed. They live a life that is so amazing. And they showed me how to be loving, how to be non-judgmental, how to open myself and embrace love and be ready for love, because love is there. So I was facing 60 years. And let me go back a little bit about my son. Yeah, I was traumatized by that. And at the time, my wife, which only just been knowing me maybe a year, she said, you want your son? Let's get your son. I'm going to get you a lawyer, and we're going to get your son. Who has him? I told her. And I went to see an attorney down in Smyrna, attorney Anna Crawford, I think her name was. And she told me, go get your child. They can't keep him. You didn't sign him over. His father didn't sign him over, so you get him. So I'm sitting there at the time with her kids. Her boy and her girl went with me to talk to the lawyer about me getting my son. I bet they'll never forget that. So when we got home, we told her what the attorney said. The attorney told me to go pick him up for the summer. And I did, because I was able to get him for the summer at that time. She said, don't take him back. He's yours. And that's what we did. We went and picked him up, and we didn't take him back. And he's been with us now since he was what? At the time, I think he was 8. Yeah, 20 years. He's 28 now. But he's not with us. He's married with his wife, and he's in Ohio. But yeah, we've been through some stuff. So after I got my son, the kidnap, my wife and I decided to move. We didn't want anybody to find him or find me. So yeah, we hid him. We took him with us and we moved out of the apartment that we were in, because we didn't know if anybody had the address or anything, and we wanted to be safe. And we moved in the middle of the night with our 3 children. Such a beautiful time in life for us. We moved he moved into a we had 4 bedrooms in the new townhouse down in Smyrna. And the boys had their own room for the beginning until the apartment started flooding. But then they all moved into one room. Baby girl slept upstairs with me and Mom. She had her room. We had a room. The boys had 2 rooms downstairs. It's a beautiful apartment. So all this time, I'm like, we got 3 kids. We need a house. I began my home search. That probably was in 2000 and... I'm going to say I probably started my home search in 2010. I did. I would take the kids with me, look for houses. But I had brought a whole nother child into our cipher. So now we had 3 kids, and I wasn't working because of my felony. It took me a very long time to find a job. I actually had to leave the state of Georgia and move to Florida for work with AT&T. And I wrote to Obama, and I had that felony taken away, I believe. And when I came back to Atlanta, I was able to work wherever I wanted to work. I was in Florida for 18 months, away from my family, away from all 3 of our kids. I think in the 18th month, my son decided he wanted to come down to Florida and stay with me, and I wanted him there. I wanted to bond with him. I hadn't really had a chance to see him and know him. So me and him lived together with the 2 cats at the time, Felix and Diamond. He loved animals. Florida was good for us. I called my nephew on the phone one day and I said, hey, come down here to Florida, stay with me, get your job at AT&T, get your own place, get your car, buy your house, what you want to do, have a life. AT&T is a great company. And he did that. And he still, he down in Florida. Now my sister lives in Florida. How about that? Yeah. Somebody's on my porch. So the thing about love is, love brought me through everything to be where I am now. My wife loved me so, and I loved her so. We were so in love, and we are so in love still yet. We've had so many moves and separations, and we still are so much in love because we were dedicated and determined to make our family work. These kids played in band. They took jazz band, and they had football. They played basketball. They had karate lessons. We took them out to eat. And in the process of all this, me and my wife both got our master's degrees in the process of this. And we graduated all 3 of these kids from high school. And all 3 of our kids went to college. Look at God. That's what love can do. Love is amazing. She loved me. I loved her. We loved our kids. Boom. I know that a lot of people are not into love for some reason. They don't even know. Love is an amazing emotion. I can feel love all of me right now. Love does amazing things, y'all. Love doesn't keep you up at night. Love helps you sleep. Love helps you find your peace. Find you someone and love them. Be peaceful. Be happy. Be contented. Stay in your own lane. Mind your own business. Raise your children. Teach them about Jesus. Teach them how to love the Lord. Teach them that being good is what the Lord wants for them. Teach them about not lying. Teach them about not stealing. We used to hold court every time my kids did something. It was so weird. It was so funny and weird. So sometimes I'll be the judge. Sometimes the wife will be the judge. It depends on who was in trouble. I remember the case of the chocolate cookies. I'll never forget it. Nobody said they had no cookies. Nobody said they had no cookie. All 3 of the kids had that chocolate stuff, and I could smell chocolate on their breath, and she could smell chocolate on their breath. She said, okay, let's go downstairs. We going to court. So we lined them up and set on the side, and at that time, the baby girl, I think she was maybe 5, maybe 6, she was the judge. And they were her cookies. So we heard the evidence for the boys. Our baby boy, he said he was asleep when it happened. But then he said he woke up and he don't know if he had any or not. And the older boy said he didn't have any. He said it was the baby boy. There's nothing but everybody's lying everywhere. But I know that the daughter didn't do it. But she found them both guilty of eating her cookies. And it was true. They ate them. We just didn't let her have any dessert that day. That's all. We didn't believe in spanking or beating our children. We talk to them. We have court. We get the information because that's love. Love is not whooping them within an inch of their life. Love is holding them when they're crying because they're scared and let them know it's okay. It's okay. You're not in trouble. I just want the truth. And I would get the truth that way. We would always get the truth. But I've been in love with the same woman for over 20 years, and I still am in love with her. I watch her. I still just look at her from across the room. She's in her office right now. I want to look at her right now. I want her to look at me. Yeah, I watch her when she's sleeping. I watch her when she's driving. I watch her when she's talking. I watch her when she's cooking. I do my best to protect my family, and I do a great job because I love them. Sometimes I just lay in the bed at night looking at pictures of the kids, pictures of our past pets. Just remember, I've had a beautiful life, y'all. Even with me having a brain bleed and a stroke that almost killed me going on over 2 years ago, I just told my wife yesterday in the car that stroke was a blessing. The Lord brought me through that stroke to show me something, to show me who people are, what they are, and I see them. I used to call people all the time and check on them, and right now I may drop them a text here and there. They know my number, but I'm here with my wife, and that's what I want to be with. I don't really want to talk to nobody else but her or my kids. Love is an amazing emotion. Love made me taller, made me wiser, made me cuter, makes me smile. So many people think they know what love is, they don't know what it is. It's amazing. Me and my wife were friends first, and then we fell in love, and then we got married. And she told me she was going to stay upstairs, but she ain't going to do it. And it's okay. She can come down because I love her. And I was just telling y'all how I wanted to see her, so she's coming. And I'm about to look at her, and she's about to look at me. That's what I really want to say to you guys, that part of being in love and loving people is that they want to see you. They want you to see them. I don't mean just in a mental frame of seeing them, but in a physical frame of seeing them too. See them with your eyes. See them with your heart. See them with your mouth. Speak quietly to them. It took me a long time to match her sweet energy because I have never been sweet. I have never been anything but mean and angry. But that's the environment, I believe. She said that my mom brought us up as survivors, and I believe that. My mom loved us, I know she did, but she was so busy doing so many other things in her life. She had 3 kids. She didn't have a partner. She didn't have a husband. She had husbands, temporary husbands, boyfriends, uncles, all that good shit. But, I want her to be loved the way I am loved. I want that for everyone. And, yeah, my mother had to give us the best she could, like we did for our kids. I know we did a great job. Both our boys are talking about buying their own house. I'm going to just try not to cry. Both of our boys are getting ready to buy their homes. Oh my God, a 26-year-old and a 28-year-old. Oh, and we're about to have another grandbaby. Oh my Lord, Jesus, God is so good. This is what comes with this beautiful life I have. This is what comes with the love that I'm receiving. So we're going out of town in a couple of weeks. We're going to Texas for the gender reveal for our new grandbaby. And that's the love. That's more love. So I'm just so happy, y'all. I really am. I'm trying to just be regular, y'all, but I'm stupid happy today. It's the eve of the new year, and I'm sickly happy. I am. This is going to be another great year because the Lord is still in control. And favor ain't fair. People always want to know what we're doing and what I do for my day. And I made a video about it. The first thing I do normally in the morning is I tell the Lord, thank you for waking me up and having breath in my lungs. I look out the window to see what kind of weather it is at my bedroom window. I may go sit up to my wife if she's not busy in a meeting because her office is upstairs. And then I come downstairs and I put the cat in her window on her perch because I want everybody to be happy. I say good morning to my daughter. Sometimes I have coffee. This morning I didn't. And I take a shower, get dressed, throw on a t-shirt. Today I'm rocking my undergrad t-shirt from Benedict College. I went to Benedict. Benedict taught me a lot about love, about self-love. They taught me about loving a black girl. Me. Benedict College. Class of 1988 for undergrad. Yep. 88 undergrad. So yeah. HBCUs are an awesome place for kids to go, especially if they have any kind of issues with themselves or black people or themselves being black. Because it taught me to love my black brothers and sisters. Taught me about loving the Lord. It just taught me so many things that I still use today. Rest in peace, Denver Wright. He was a recruiter that recruited me. And I love that man. Rest in peace, Ian Dubé, my mentor from AT&T. And I was class 2007 from AT&T University. In 2025, somebody go find y'all some love, okay? Be kind to people. Don't fall for these old social media internet traps about being mad and being angry. Don't be angry. Don't be mad. I do feel sorry for a lot of people in this season because it is the fuck around find out season. I'm not going to gloat. I'm not going to laugh at them. I'm going to ask the Lord to bless them. Bless them with some wisdom, some discernment, and give them some mercy. I don't want to see anybody get hurt in this season, y'all. Okay. I'm going to end on this note, okay? Love. I love y'all. Peace. And hair grease. I'll holler back. This is Tino's World. I'll probably come back online. Maybe later on tonight. I don't know. But we're done for today. Happy New Year. Yeah. All that good stuff. I'm trying to think of something else to say, but what I really want to do is walk over to these pots. I got a pot, a pork pot with pigtails, pig feet, and I got another pot where I'm boiling my wife's smoked meat for the greens. So we're having greens, we're having black eyed peas, Hoppin' Johns. I believe I'll make the Hoppin' John black eyed peas. The wife haven't decided how she wants that yet. We're having cornbread crescent rolls. That's a new thing. We're having rice, yams, turnip greens, all that good stuff that the ancestors want us to have tonight. And at midnight, we will be on our knees. Thanking the Lord. Yes, thanking Him. Right after church. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Give love today and every day. Hug somebody. Call your mom. Call your friend. Call somebody. Say, hey, you know I love you. Give love. When you give love, you get love. And that's true. When you give a little love, you get a lot of love back.